For the introduction, our project is a door and it is have three parts, which is location, usage, also size. For location, as we know, every building have a door, and for our measure, we take it from door of Bangunan Sekolah Kebangsaan Tanjung Malim (SKTM), which was located in Campus Sultan Abdul Jalil Shah, UPSI. Meanwhile, for usage or function, obviously it is a barrier that can be moved or hinged, otherwise to permit entry into or departure from an enclosure. It is also act as a symbol to ensure security. Last, for part size, I can see that for overall size measure of the door is 80 cm for the length and 180 cm for the height. Size for the bowl lock itself, which has two circles on it, and the bigger circle is 6 cm in diameter. Also have their own motif that is rectangular in shape with the length 50 cm and 17 cm for the height.
There are three geometrical shapes that can be found on the door of bangunan SKTM. The door has two-dimensional shapes, which are the rectangle and circle, while its three-dimensional shape is the rectangular prism. Now, let's move on to the next section, which is the geometrical concepts.
Next, we will further clarify the idea of the geometrical shapes of the objects and their measurement. Based on our chosen object, we will measure the circumference, perimeter, area, and the volume. From the door, we have a rectangle shape, which is a type of a quadrilateral in which all four angles are right angle, which is 19 degrees. Then, it has two pairs of parallel sides and equal to each other. Thus, it can be termed as a parallelogram. A rectangle is a two-dimensional shape and characterized by length and width. From the whole door, we got the length is 180 cm and the width is 80 cm. Firstly, we can measure the perimeter by using the formula of perimeter, which is P equal to 2 times the sum of length and width. And then, after we substitute the value of the length and width, we got the final answer for the perimeter is equal to 520 cm. Besides that, we also can calculate the area of the door by using the formula of the area of the rectangle, A equal to length times width. Hence, don't forget to substitute the value of length and width, and we got the area of the rectangle is 14,400 cm square. After that, from the door we chose, it has circle shape on the door, which is the deadbolt lock that is two-dimensional shape, and it have area and the circumference. Firstly, the diameter of the deadbolt lock is 6 cm, and from the diameter we can get the radius of the circle by using the formula of diameter D equal to 2 times radius. So, the radius, which is the distance from the center to the edge of the deadbolt lock, is 3 cm. Firstly, we can calculate the perimeter, or we can say circumference of the circle by using the formula given, which is C equal to pi times D, which is D is the diameter of the circle. And then we substitute the value of diameter, which is 6 cm times pi, and the answer is equal to 6 pi cm. Besides that, we also can measure the area of the circle, which is given by area A equal to pi times r squared. And the final answer for the area of a circle for the door is 9 pi centimeter square.
Then, we also have a shape of rectangular prism from the front corner view. A rectangular prism, or known as a cuboid, is a polyhedron that has 6 faces and all the faces are in a rectangle shape and have 12 edges. It also has 3 pairs of opposite faces that are identical or congruent. It has 3 dimensions, which are length, width, and height, or known as altitude. Similar to other 3-dimensional shapes, a rectangular prism also has its surface area and volume. The total surface area of a rectangular prism is given by the sum of the lateral area and twice the base area. To find the lateral area of a rectangular prism, which is the sum of the area of all its lateral faces, we multiply the altitude with the perimeter of the base. Since the base of the rectangular prism is a rectangle, so the perimeter of the base is given by the sum of twice the length and twice the width of the rectangle. Meanwhile, the area of the rectangle is the multiplication of its length and width, which represent the base area. With the formulas of perimeter and area of the base, we substitute them into the formula of the total surface area of a rectangular prism. Hence, we simplify and get this formula. Therefore, the formula we use to get the surface area of the rectangular prism is as given here. From the measurements of the whole door, the length, width, and height of the door are 80 cm, 3 cm, and 180 cm respectively. Using the formula of the surface area, the area of the door as a rectangular prism is equal to 30,360 cm square, while the volume of the rectangular prism, which is given by the multiplication of the length, width, and height, we will get 43,200 cm cube.
Next, I will talk about transformation in geometry. Transformation in a geometry refers to the movement of objects in a plane. More formally, it is the process of altering the position or orientation of a shape. There are several types of transformation in geometry, which is translation, reflection, rotation, and dilation. Before further ado, I will explain each type of the transformation. First is translation. Translation is transformation in the form of moving points, lines, or fields with a certain distance and direction. Second, reflection. Reflection is transformation that uses the shadow properties of a mirror in its displacement. Next, rotation. Rotation is a transformation that a shape is turned around a fixed point known as the center of rotation. Last but not least is dilation. Dilation is a figure that enlarges or reduces, but its shape remains the same. The geometric motif that can be seen at the door of bangunan SKTM is rectangles and circular shapes at the deadbolt lock. The transformation that can be seen from the shape is the transformation of dilation. As we can see from this picture, there are two circular shapes on the deadbolt lock named Circle A and Circle B. Circle A and Circle B are shared the same origin. The concept of dilation is applied when Circle A with radius 3 cm is reduced to a circle with radius of 2.5 cm. The origin we'll call as center of dilation. Next, rectangular shapes at the door also apply the concept of dilation. From this picture, we can see the enlargement of rectangular shapes on the door, but the angles, shape and midpoints are remain the same. The rectangle ABCD is transformed into rectangle PQRS after dilation process. Next, the door of bangunan SKTM has a decorated component that shows a pattern which is known as floral carving. As we know, a reflection is a kind of transformation where an object is flipped or mirrored over a line. We refer to the line when the reflection happens over as the line of reflection or axis of reflection. In a sense, the transformation turns the original object into a mirror image. As we can see in this picture, the floral carving, also referred as the pattern of the ornamental element of the bangunan SKTM door, reflects on the slanted reflection axis, creating a duplicate picture of the same pattern without altering its original shape.
Conclusion. In conclusion, the geometric study of the door of bangunan Sekolah Kebangsaan Tanjung Malim SKTM illustrates the practical application of geometry in real-life structures. Understanding the shapes, measurement, and transformation involved in the door's design not only enhances our appreciation of architectural elements, but also demonstrates the fundamental role of geometry in everyday objects. From what we have learned in geometry, we can see that we can apply the knowledge about rectangular, circular shapes, dilation, reflection, transformation, and how to calculate a perimeter and volume in the study. This is because in our real life, geometry is needed to create any design of an object, and it is also used in construction. Summary. In this study, we provide an overview of the door of bangunan Sekolah Kebangsaan Tanjung Malim SKTM located in campus Sultan Abdul Jalil Shah UPSI. The door is made of wood and serves as a barrier and security. It measures 80 cm in length and 180 cm in height with a deadbolt lock featuring circles. This is also discusses geometrical concepts related to the door's measurement and transformation. Geometrical shapes explain that the door consists of a rectangle 2D, rectangular prism 3D, and circles, which is a deadbolt lock. Geometrical concepts are about measurements, which is perimeter, area, volume for each shape, demonstrating formulas and calculation. Transformation in motif and patterns discusses transformation like dilation, reflection, rotation, and translation applied to motif, which is rectangles and circles, and also patterns like floral carving on the door.